I'm Zoe Toroclides from tuku.ca, and welcome to part 2 of how to schedule a meetup as a meetup.com organizer. We were left mid-video at adding your venue under the Where Is It tab. So let's pick up where we left off. As you can see, Meetup is letting you know that you do not have a location selected for your meetup. Click on the Edit button, and you have a couple of options now. If you have already entered a venue, you'll find it in this list, which you can search by alphabet. Okay, so anything you've already entered will show up. You have the option to find a meetup venue, and that is basically anything that any meetup organizer has uploaded as a venue to meetup.com. So you really have thousands of choices. If what you're looking for is not already available on meetup.com, you can add a new venue. So let's just quickly go to find a meetup venue. So if you know the name of a restaurant that you perhaps want to go to and the general area of where you're looking, my apologies. All right, we'll see that there is an Ikiban at Whitby, and that's the one that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to click select. And so now Meetup has entered all of that information for me. And I can continue with only my members can see where this meetup is happening. In this case, this is a public restaurant, so it's not necessary. But if you were meeting in someone's home, in a member's home, you would definitely want to select that option to help protect that member's privacy from anybody that is not a member of your meetup group. In this case, we're meeting up at a restaurant, so you could perhaps put a note in that reservations are under Tuku, or whatever might apply. You might have a small tabletop sign, and that would help members find you. You might be in a private party room in a restaurant or some type of other business or convention center. So just add the appropriate details here, and then we can move to charging for this meetup. You do have the option to charge for a meetup. We're not going to cover this in detail just because of time limitations. So we'll leave that out for now because most members don't charge for meetups, and if they do often collect payments at the networking events. So we'll skip this area and we'll move on to the RSVP settings. If you have a table booked for 12 people and you can only accommodate 12 people, then you would want to change the default no attendee limit to 12 people. You have the option to choose whether a waiting list will exist. So if you have people clamoring to join your meetup group and come to your event, you may need an automatic waiting list. So Meetup does all the work for you, and it's a first come, first serve. So as soon as someone RSVPs yes, and a spot opens up, they would automatically be bumped up from spot number 13, say, to spot number 12, as it were, as it would open up. You can also change the settings. If you don't want members to have the ability to RSVP for a guest, then just deselect this option. And that's, something that you might want to use for Meetup business networking events, where you would have each member RSVP for themselves. If you're running a personal group where you might have like social couples and that sort of a thing, going out to movies or hiking events, then this would apply. Perhaps one spouse could RSVP for the other. That way both husband and wife don't have to go through the redundant task of both logging into Meetup to RSVP for an event that they'll be attending as a couple. So if you want members to give you a firm yes or no for attending, you would deselect this option, and that would not allow members to RSVP maybe. That makes it easier for you as the organizer to make reservations and know who's coming and who's not coming. Again, we are out of time, so watch out for video number 3 on how to schedule a meetup event as a meetup organizer. If you need help with an easy edit website or small business IT, visit us online at www.tuku.ca.